It's the Jubilee Recreation Center on a beautiful Wednesday evening in Fort Saskatchewan. The Fort Saskatchewan Senior Rebels take to the floor for the first time ever in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. Their opponent for the first time in 3 years, the Miners Lacrosse Club, who have won 3 of the last 4 President's Cups. Looking a little bit different this year, though. And Jordan Wheaton lead the Rebels Young Guns to their second win of the season. It's the Rebels and the Miners next. Good evening from the Jubilee Recreation Center in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta. The Alberta Series Lacrosse makes a stop at the JRC for the first time this season. The Fort Saskatchewan Rebels are going to host the St. Albert Miners. The Miners Lacrosse Club will step aside from the anthems and come back with the game. The road to the President's Cup starts now. This is Sports Interaction Rebels Lacrosse coming live on 12-ounce Sports. I'm Cody Jansen. Got the call of a Wednesday evening game at the JRC. It's Rebels, it's Miners, it's a tradition like none other. Alberta Series Lacrosse action. We'll get to your starting lineups, scratches, goaltenders, and more as we move along to the Sports Interaction Face-Off, the number one place to bet on sports and support Rebels Lacrosse. Off that draw, ends up in the netting, and Fort Saskatchewan gets first possession of the contest. Starting between the pipes for the Rebels, it'll be John McMillan, a familiar face inside the JRC. Former Edmonton Warrior, also a junior B Rebel. At one point in time, cross the floor from him, Cam McLeod, the Panther City Lacrosse Club third net minder. American as well. I don't have a hometown in front of me, but I'm just going to go off the top of my head, and I do think he's from south of the border. Going to be between the pipes for the Miners this season. Offense goes to work. A lot of former Junior B Rebels out there as it's Marcus Fouillard. Jordan Dewart's up top. Greg Beret over to Jordan Wheaton. Outside shot. Kick to the corner by McLeod. Shot clock reset. You're not going to hear the buzzer on the shot clock. Hasn't been fixed yet. Here's Zhang out in front. Stopped by Cam McLeod. Couple of big saves for the 23-year-old kicking for the Miners Lacrosse Club. Now on the floor, it's Graydon Cornfield, the go-to guy on offense this year. 9 goals, 10 assists for him. Here's Cornfield trying to go short side on John McMillan, and he's got his first of the evening. We get some back and forth action on the floor. Marcus Fouillard runs down the right wall, spins around Mill, almost got past him, pops it up top. D-Wort now for Greg Beret are on the wrong side of the highway. Hides behind Wheaton, wheels past Mill. Greg Beret now, a little bit of room. Gets a pick, tries to go short side on McLeod. Rebound pops free, and Garrett Nolsky's got it. Beret from behind the goal. Fouillard's up top. Wheaton's on the right-hand side. Here's Nolsky now driving down the middle, takes a slash off the coconut. Could hear it from up here. I guess the refs didn't see it. Marcus Fouillard now. Greg Beret, plenty of room. Little floater knuckleball trying to go glove side. McLeod doesn't have to make a save, and picking it up is Mac Hawthorne right in front of the penalty box. 17:45 to go. Fast and furious start inside the JRC. Off the left side of the floor, pass intended for Darren Kinnear. But a slash is going to get called on Corey Takahara. Slashing will be the call. He's got a few words for the ref. Doesn't want to hear any of it. Miners go to the power play first. Man advantage of the game for them. Bergloff's on the right side. Graydon Cornfield. He'll steer the ship up top. Pass from Christensen. Gotten bobbled. Cornfield's going to grab it on the boards. Threw a hit against himself. Now he settles it down. Tees one up. Goes wide of the goal. Rebound back. 7 to shoot. Outside look. Kinnear 5-hole attempt. And McMillan closes the wickets. Little quick off the bench for Ang. Ref blows it down. And with 90 seconds left in their power play, they'll get a fresh look at it. Christensen now. Cutting in tight, didn't like what he saw. Hit the U-turn. Now Cornfield up top, and he scores. Number 10 on the season for Graydon Cornfield, and the Miners lead 1-0. Refs weren't sure who was going to give it up front. Put it at the dot. Now they'll get ready to go. And a face-off violation gets called. Nolsky's got the draw win. Penalty coming against the Miners. Matt Campbell will be the face-off man for the Miners in this game from what it looks like. 6-on-5 look. Jordan Dewart, the 6th man off the bench. Greg Beret controls. Pass out for Fouillard out front. Bobbled it. And Cam McLeod swallows it up behind the goal, but not before a penalty gets called. And that'll be Derek Burak going to the box. Slash is the call. Minor penalty. Rebels to the power play with 16:28 left to go in the opening frame. Greg Beret will steer the ship on the power play. Ang and Spadafora on his left. Fouillard Wheaton on his right. Always got to be careful of a Jordan Wheaton quick stick down low. Fouillard as well. He's one who can walk in tight. Here's Beret. Little back pedal, 5-hole attempt. It's behind McLeod, and it's not going to cross the line. Wheaton thought it did. Ref was right there, had a better look than anyone. Pass intended for Mill, and he swatted at it and missed. Ends up in the benches. Another look for the Rebels here. Gillespie pushed out for a second. Now they'll get set. Here's Zhang for Beret. Very young power play. Very young offense in general. Hang shoots and scores! Stings the far side corner, and we're knotted at 1. Ethan Ang on the power play. Welcome back to the JRC. The former Rebel, junior Rebel I should specify, has his first as a senior Rebel inside the JRC, and his first in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. As I check my notes, right there is Bergloff. Now punches one into the netting. Couple of words exchanged in front of the players' benches. Some sloppy play early by the Miners. They are missing a bunch of players. We'll dive into that when we get a slowdown in the play here. Fast and furious off the hop. Greg Beret, short side high. Had his spot picked. McLeod out to challenge. Makes a great stop. Jordan Dewart now buzzing around. Up the horn. Beret for Wong now. Wong with a little cutout in front. Dewart with the twister. Doesn't make its way to the cage. Chase Carlson back on D. Heel control and throws it up the floor for Mill. Mill misses that one, but coming back is Sam Dalk. And a slash is going to get called on Marcus Fouillard behind the play. Well, I sure missed it. The ref didn't, but the Miners will go to the power play. It's their second one of the opening 5:19 of this contest. Bergloff's on the right-hand side. Scott Kinnear with him as well. Cornfield up top. Christensen on his left still. Sheridan Cook down low as well. Here's Cornfield. Steps into one, but he misses the net. Skywald. Krywald's got to jump down for it. Takes a hit there. Looks like Bergloff's going to be going off as well. They didn't like it. It was a little bit more than a push. So we'll play 4-on-4 for the next minute 36, potentially. Charging's going to be the call, and it's a 5-minute major as well on Colin Bergloff, the former Saskatchewan Rush draft pick. 4-on-4, plenty of space out there. Ang now has it stripped. Good defensive effort by Kim. Sends it for Mill, and Kinnear's down the middle. Could have played some 2-on-2 ball if they want. Instead, Christensen's off the bench. Cornfield's on the right-hand side. Christensen, the wild spin and fire off the glass, comes right back to Cornfield. In tight, Christensen's got McMillan dancing around, and he just got enough of it. Dean Wojciechowski now takes a couple of hacks and whacks, and they'll send it over to the penalty box. Rebels settle it down. Pardon me, that's Jacob Morris with the handoff. Lets the offense do their thing. Spadafora for Wong. 7 to shoot. Sub shot low. McLeod didn't know where it hit him. Ends up out front, and the rebound gets scooped up by Jason Riley. So we talked about for the Miners. No Kirby's drill, no Ryan Davis, no Mike Triolo, no Dean Farrell. That shot by Cook goes wide. No Kyle Trolley, no Richard Laughlin, Cody Hawkins, Ryan Dilks. They're missing a lot of their main guys who you'll see come President's Cup time. But You can't count this Miners offense out anytime. Christensen, beautiful feed down low, and Cornfield's got his second over the shoulder of John McMillan. It's 2-1. Can't give a guy like that space, and Graydon Cornfield has his 11th of the season, second of the game, and it puts the Miners up 2-1. Can see why Halifax gave him an invite to camp, but obviously that Thunderbirds, their lefties, yeah, they were absolutely loaded, and they added at the deadline. Shocked we haven't seen him on an NLL roster, but again, that's my opinion coming from an Alberta bias. Rebels to the power play now. Full yard Wheaton on the right, Berets up top. Greg Bray now in tight. Over for Wheaton, couldn't get the quick stick. Now he throws one on goal and tests out the logo of Cam McLeod. Kinnear has Joe Fowler back there, the big man. Pushes them outside. They can eat the next 14 seconds or so off the shot clock. Jeff Pringle wearing a different jersey on the original on the website. I think he was supposed to be wearing 15. He's rocking 7 tonight, so it's not Kirby Drill out there. Jordan Dewart now. Couple of assists this season in their opening games against Rocky View. 1-1 are the Rebels right now. Sub shot by Nolski. McLeod pinched it under his pad. Now he's got to send it up the floor. A little bit airborne. Ends up going past Logan Noyen and everyone. Jacob Morris has to control in his own zone, and he'll boogie it up by the penalty boxes. Different look on the power play now. Righty strong. Full yards out there as well. Wong whips one across, intended for Greg Beret, I believe. Kind of split the difference with him and Spadafora. Full yard for Beret. Quick shot on goal. McLeod made the save. Rebounds hopping around, and Marcus Fouillard comes down with it for a fresh 30. Wheaton's up top. Here's Fouillard. Pass down low, Spadafora, short side shot. That's where he loves to go, and he just bats it back for Fouillard. Perfect play by Matt Spadafora. Keeps the power play going. Marcus Fouillard now up top. Tees one on goal, but Cam McLeod up to the task. He's got stop number 11 of the evening. Kinnear now bobbles one from Milne. Fouillard, partial break. He was behind Spencer Milne. Couldn't come down with the pass now. They still got 51 seconds left on the power play. 1 for 1 so far, but at risk of going 1 for 2 here. Ang now up top. Got the shot away, missed the far pipe. D-work. They still got time. He put it on goal. Pardon me, I guess that didn't get towards the goal. Riley's going to run with it. Fouillard pushing him against the boards. A little bit of a size mismatched. Effort mismatch, not there at all. Kinnear for Christensen. Has to cut back to his familiar left side. Kinnear's up top, room to shoot, just goes wide. Now Noyen comes down with it in transition. Noyen has some help over on that right-hand side, and McLeod once again stones Matt Murphy on the 2-on-1. Penalty killed, Miners scathe free. Jordan Cornfield's side doing work on the penalty kill, and they can thank their goaltender Cam McLeod for most of that. Bergloff, fresh legs, and he's out of the box around Takahara. Pass up top for Cornfield. Buzzes past him. McLeod's got to leave it in the corner. Offense has gone a little quiet. So we've played over halfway through period number 1 inside the JRC. It's Cody Jansen with you on 12-ounce sports. Wheaton with the quick stick, and he scores! Tie ball game. Jordan Wheaton from the corner goes short side on Cam McLeod, and we're tied at 2. And Jordan Wheaton's got his second of the year in the Alberta Series Lacrosse circuit. And the Rebels, after going cold on the power play, pick one up at even strength. It's Jordan Wheaton, the veteran, finding the back of the net to knot us up at 2. Here's Fouillard now. Outside look, McLeod kicks it to the corner. Penalty upcoming. As Ang did get pushed out there. Nathan Gillespie looks to be the one going off, having a few words on his way there. Didn't like the way the head snapped back. Ref doesn't think that's a valid argument, and so the Miners will be shorthanded once again. Rebels power play 1 for 2 in the period. Penalty-filled affair here to start in Fort Sask Wednesday night. The special teams off to practice. Wheaton tried to tiptoe the crease. Doesn't work. They'll say his toe was on the line and give the Miners possession. Here's Spencer Mill now out front. Stick side save by John McMillan as Spencer Mill, the former junior Rebel. Now it's getting a little physical as Noah Jackson getting into it. Darren Kinnear, penalty's going to get called on him. Miners wanted to play with speed, but interference will be the call, and we'll play more 4-on-4. Cook controls, Cornfield's up top as well. Christensen, Kinnear, the other two. Christensen gets a couple of hard picks from Cook. Plenty of space out front, and he wires it wide. McLeod thought about running out to it. You're not going to beat Corey Takahara in a foot race. They didn't get a shot clock reset, though. Now they will. Jordan Dewart now cycles up top. Puts one on the collar of McLeod. He's got 14 stops here on a Wednesday night in Fort Saskatchewan. Big start for Panther City's practice netminder in the NLL. You'll notice a lot of purple NLLers out on this Miners team here. Obviously, you got the Jordan Cornfield connection. But hey, if it's going to work, if you're going to make Alberta lacrosse better, I think everyone's going to welcome it to some extent. A little different than what you see in other parts of the nation, where the top teams, usually they're paying to bring guys in. Well, here, it's a little bit more of a young guy connection with the National Leaguers. Marcus Fouillard up top now. Low shot again on McLeod, and he's reading those ones perfectly. Here's Milne, partial break. Joe Fowler back to defend. That's about 14 foot of man, it feels like, there with big Joe Fowler and Spencer Milne going face to face. Nonetheless, Miners back on the power play. A shortened power play, that is. Here's Christensen. Short side. John McMillan sliding left to right. Kicks it away. Back up top for Cornfield. 2 to shoot. They'll let Noah Jackson come into the box. Cornfield now trying to go high to the glove side. Kinnear's got the rebound. They got a shot clock reset. Wasn't meant for it, though, and Cook with the fadeaway. Sheridan Cook, couple of goals for him in the Miners' opening 3 games. Noah Jackson with it, a little bit of a spin move, drops it off for Ethan Wong. Wong now takes a big hit there from Mac Hawthorne. Ball's on the concrete, and Wong comes out of it somehow. Derek Burak, a little bit of headhunting on Wong, spins the helmet around, no call. Back on the half wall, it's Wong for D-Word out in front. Got pushed out into the crease. Now they'll have a few words as they go back for a change. Chase Carlson hands it off. They'll let him stay in place. It's getting physical out there. Christensen, a little bit of an alley-oop attempt, but Wojciech Pushes down Graydon Cornfield. Cornfield up top there. It was almost a double quick stick attempt. So he had Cornfield and Christensen waiting for it. 4:22 left to go. Period number 1. Spadafora for Ang. Pass down low, Fouillard. Backdoor look. Had a couple of options there, but now Ang's the last man back. In transition behind the back look by Matt Kim, and he gets buried. Ang lowers the boom, and now Kim throws his helmet off. Matt Kim gets blown over into yesterday, and then he goes and grabs a hold of Ethan Ang's cage, and he tries to throw that like an MLB pitcher. Ethan Ang with what I think we can chalk up as maybe one of the hits of the season when we look back on this one. Lowers the boom on Matt Kim with 3:53 left to go in period number 1. The refs are going to discuss it. So we'll go over Rebels scratches for the game. No Jackson Deward, no Tanner Tassie, no Christian Searson, no Cam Ellingson, and no Simon Hansen. Refs are going to send everyone back to the benches. You'll get new bodies on the floor, and it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Nolsky heads in to take the face-off against Sheridan Cook. Nolsky gets run over off the draw by Cook. Obvious call there. Takahara with it. Takahara still has a hidden ball trick, and the refs blow it down. The refs just spoiled a hidden ball trick by the Rebels. That's a new one you don't see too often. It's the home opener. It's the first one of the year. We'll give them a pass there. It was a good hidden ball trick while it lasted. Beret, left side. The little righty now spins and frees up some space. Pass intended for Fouillard. Still bouncing around. Poked out by Williamson. Williamson with some speed. He's got Riley there as well. Graydon Cornfield. Little bit of room. He's on hat-trick watch already. Trying to go 5-hole on McMillan. He took a quick peek behind him, but he got it in the pants. Three minutes to go. Period number 1. Jordan Wheaton with it. 4-on-4 for the next buck 7. High bouncer. McLeod comes down with it. Long on the back check now. Cuts away, and Wojwitka's got it. Dean Wojwitka playing tag with the Miners. Avoids him, and he's home free. Oh, guys on the floor. Wheaton's the 4th. Hard pick by Dewart. Frees up space for Fouillard. Jordan Wheaton with Greg Beret now. Spin move, double spin move up top. A little bit of a toe drag going towards the goal. Put it on net. McLeod with the save. Little contact there as well. And Jordan Dewart can't come out with the loosey. Christensen left side of the floor. Bergloff out to help. Pringle as well. Ball's bouncing. Kinnear. Sky ball. Bergloff comes down with it. The former Saskatchewan Rush draft pick. Bergloff there. Pokes it on goal. McMillan with the left toe has to stay sharp. They won't chalk it up as a save, but we all saw it in the building. John McMillan staying sharp here through 18 minutes of play. Greg Beret now. Outside look over the goal. Nolsky couldn't get the rebound. Riley. He had Matt Kim running up the floor out of the box. Fresh legs for him. Riley now posts up. Kinnear on the wrong side of the road. 80 seconds to play in period number 1. Marcus Fouillard now. Coming out the D gate, they thought 5 on the shot clock. Bouncer goes wide. Christensen with it. There's 1 on the shot clock. And Cornfield won't be able to put it on goal. Again, the shot clock buzzer isn't properly working here inside the JRC, so the penalty box staff have to be sharp on that, as do the refs. Fouillard for Beret. Hard pick now by Spadafora. Call's coming. Cross check is what they nail him for, and he'll head to the sin bin. Fourth power play of the period for the St. Albert Miners. They're 1 for 3 so far, but don't count out Graydon Cornfield as they'll drop a play here, I'd assume, to get a quick shot off and then try pull the goalie. Maybe not. That's why Jordan Cornfield's coaching and not Cody Jansen. Here's Graydon Cornfield, back pedal. Pass over to Christensen, sharp angle shot. McMillan with the save. Rebound grab by Murphy. Then he's got a break. 2-on-1. Murphy and Krywald. Transition. Matt Murphy scores! Matt Murphy in transition. Rebels lead with 21 seconds to go in the period. Matt Murphy's got his first of the season. A little bit of a distraction there from Nick Krybald on the 2-on-1, and he pots it past Cam McLeod. Fort Saskatchewan leads, and with 17.7 seconds left. Well, the St. Albert Miners, they will call their timeout. So we'll take this opportunity to tell you sportsinteraction.com/Rebels is where you have to be if you want to support Rebels Lacrosse in Fort Saskatchewan. And on 12-ounce sports, you can bet on sports at sportsinteraction.com/Rebels. Get a first deposit match bonus of up to $500. Sportsinteraction.com/Rebels is the place to be. We'll come back with the finale of the first period. Well, if you're on sportsinteraction.com/Rebels signing up, I hope you put money on the Blues. Plus 1.5. They've come back against the Colorado Avalanche. Sorry if you got it on PVR, but I'm spoiling it for you. It'll be the Miners. They got a 5-on-4 here. They won't pull the goalie, but they got 10 seconds left to draw something up. Bergloff's up top. Christensen left side. Here's Graydon Cornfield for the hat trick. It's off the post and it's in. With 3 seconds left, we're tied at 3. Graydon Cornfield to close out the first period. What feels like a punch in the gut as Kim throws that one up there to Derek Burak. Thought they might have a chance at the end of the period, but after 20 minutes of play inside the JRC, the Miners Lacrosse Club and Fort Saskatchewan Rebels are tied at 3. We'll come back with the second period. It's Cody Jansen with you on 12-ounce sports. Welcome back. Cody Jansen with you on 12-Ounce Sports. Sports Interaction Rebels Lacrosse. So you can find us at sportsinteraction.com/Rebels. Support the live lacrosse broadcast on 12-Ounce Sports, where you can bet on sports and get a first deposit match bonus of up to $500. Second period face-off almost underway here at the JRC. We are tied at 3 apiece. Fort Saskatchewan, well, they got goals from Ethan Egg, Jordan Wheaton, and Matt Murphy. The Miners, they got 3 from Graydon Cornfield, their captain. It's Kim and Spanafora on the Sports Interaction face-off. Second period is underway. Cam McLeod made 14 stops in that opening frame for the Miners, and Kinnear in transition. McMillan got a piece of it with his stick. Not sure if it's really what kept it out or if it bounced just wide. Again, there's been multiple. They're going to chalk McMillan up with 9 saves in that opening period. But I think I saw about 3 or 4 that he stopped and weren't exactly accounted for. Here's Nolski out in front. Shot too hard. The ball went through the netting. Must have at least. He bobbles it, and McLeod walks it up the floor. Here's Spencer Milne. The Panther City offseason signee last year as his pass knocked down. Great play by Jacob Morris. On defense, the traveling Laxman doing work on defense. Shot goes wide by Cook, and it's into the netting. Here's Dean Woywitka in transition. Blazes past the penalty boxes. They were busy in that opening frame. Couple of power play goals for the Miners. 1 for the Rebels. Here's Marcus Fouillard now. Out in front. McLeod takes it off the logo. Rebels power play went 1 for 3 in that first period. Miners 2 for 4. Here's Cook now. 5-hole scores. Sheridan Cook has his first of the game, and the Miners lead 4-3. Face-off violation gets called on Matt Kim upon the restart. Less than 2 minutes in. The Miners, formerly out of St. Albert, now kind of Enoch and also kind of Edmonton. So not attaching themselves to a town or city does make sense at this point. Wheaton's pass across the floor. Greg Bray scoops it up as he runs past the Hockey's version of a blue line. Fires it on goal. McLeod with the save. Rebound was there. Takahara out in front. Getting a little offensive look. Derek Burak now. Burak backs it up. Pass over to Pringle. Couple of fakes, and McMillan square to the shooter. Makes a save, and he controls the rebound as well. Save number 3 for him of the period. They've only chalked him down with facing 1 shot, though. Ang right side. Marcus Fouillard. 12 on the shot clock. Wong with the pick. Fouillard now cross the floor. Nolski. Sub shot. Scores! Garen Nolski's got his second of the season, and we're tied at 4. Garen Nolski just overpowers Cam McLeod, puts it past the goal line, and we're tied at 4 inside the JRC, but there is a penalty coming up against Fort Saskatchewan off that face-off. 6-on-5 right out in front. Bergloff, and he scores. The Miners have regained the lead with 16:42 left to go in period number 2. Quick response by Colin Bergloff. The Saskatchewan rush draft pick finds the back of the net. And the Miners have a 5-4 lead here in period number 2. Quick response after Garrett Nolsky tied things up at 4. Bergloff for Christensen, left side. Kinnear now, fadeaway shot. McMillan gets it with the left arm. Three goals in the first 4 minutes of the middle frame. Here's Jordan Wheaton now. Puts it off the wickets of McLeod. Takahara, quick off the bench, has to push Roy Sharon back. Sharon now. Couple of spins, Wojciechowski on him like a dirty shirt. Bergloff pass got knocked out. Morris is there as well. Sub shot by Cornfield. McMillan got a piece of it and the rebound as well. Here's Takahara. Has to move it and avoid a hit. Full yard for Beret. Outside look. He had Nolsky in tight. Didn't hang on to the pass though. Some sloppy offensive looks now for Fort Saskatchewan, costing them golden chances. Graydon Cornfield off the bench. First period hat trick for him. He's got 12 on the season in game number 4. Now McMillan's there. Hard hit out front as Noah Jackson. The double Dion on Graydon Cornfield and Sheridan Cook. Looks like both are going to walk off on their own power. Good to see that. You don't want anyone getting injured ever, but especially not this early in the summer. Pardon me, that was Brent LaRiviere who got taken out, not Graydon Cornfield. Mix those two up, but they'll give it to Marcus Fulliard and will regain at even strength. 14:49 left to go, period number 2. Ang off the left half wall. Has D-Word with it. Pass intended for Ang. Pop fly. Who's going to come down with it? Jordan D-Word will. For Fulliard, 5 to shoot. McLeod guessed one way, caught it the other. Chase Carlson hands this one off for Pringle. Bergloff, right side. Kinnear drives towards the goal, robbed by McMillan, sliding to his right. Nick Krywell turns on the burners for Jordan Wheaton, passes over his head. Here's Ethan Wong, 15 on the shot clock. Wong now getting tossed around. Penalty coming as Fulliard back for Beret. Beret's shot won't get on target, but an easy call against Mac Hawthorne. Got away with one too many early. The ref calls about the 4th or 5th slash. So Hawthorne sits for 2 or less, and the Rebels go to the power play. Bray, Ag, and Spatafor are your righties on the floor. Fulliard and Wheaton are the lefties. Power plays 1 for 3 this evening. Back for Ag, quick stick, Wheaton. Wasn't sure if he was ready for it or not, but the shot does go a little high. Here's Spatafor now, cycles up top. Shot on goal. McLeod with the save. Rebounds in the corner. Jason Riley runs up on it. One arms it down. Nathaniel Gillespie to Milne. In transition, Kinnear's wide open on a break. Kinnear robbed by McMillan. Short-handed stone, Darren Kinnear. Nothing but time. McMillan says no. Milne for Christensen. Pump fake to the middle. Shot goes wide. Rebound. They score. Graydon Cornfield. Quick stick off the backboard. And it's 6-4 Miners. Graydon Cornfield's got his 4th of the game, 13th of the season. This one a shorty. And the Miners extend their lead to 2. Cornfield now, wrong side of the highway. He's going to cut right to John McMillan. Threw a bit of a slash on there as well. You know, there's a few words being had. Longtime foes in the RMLL Senior B circuit. I guess that's what it's formally known as. Still Alberta Series Lacrosse, if you ask the commissioner. Here's Spanafora for Bray. Short side, almost caught McLeod cheating. Wheaton back for Spanafora. Quick stick attempt, a little too hot to handle. Little Riviere, left side of the floor. Jordan Wheaton steps into him. Here's Jordan Wheaton on McLeod. Towards the net, short side. McLeod reads him like a book. Backdoor pass, and Riley was ready for it. Knocked it down. The Miners starting to lock things in on defense. Jacob Morris chasing down Kinnear, and now he's got it. Almost got hauled to the ground. Morris with the strip and steal in transition. 3 with him. Morris for Takahara. Little far on the outside. Now he wheels his way in. Ball got knocked free. Behind the goal, Corey Takahara still has it. Flying around, bounce pass up for Wheaton. He's knocked in there. Jordan Wheaton trying for the top corner, goes wide, and it'll bounce all the way down to John McMillan. Back and over got called, but they were even strength. Ref messed that one up. He knows it happens. It's the home opener. First one of the season. They're allowed a mulligan as well. Miners possession, even strength, 10:40 to go here in the middle freight. Christensen pass. Got deflected, and here goes Big Joe Fowler in transition. Up for Murphy. Pass was about 3 feet up on him. If he was 6'6", it might have been fine. Fowler still with it. Spadafora now. Puts it in reverse. Down the left half wall, over to Fouillard. Marcus Fouillard, couple of fakes. Short side, scores! From an impossible angle, Marcus Fouillard tucks it home, and the lead's cut in half. Marcus Fouillard's got number 5 in his senior career. And that's in 3 games in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. Garrett Nolsky controls on the left side. He's got Ang with him. Spatafor and Ang pick up assists on the Fouillard goal as McLeod kicks that to the corner. Here's Greg Barrett. Pass over to Wong, back for Ang. Whipping it around like they're playing the Outlaws. Wheaton loses it behind the net. Barret's got it. Little spin move, trying to avoid the crease, gets tripped up, penalty coming. Nathaniel Gillespie's not too happy about it, but he'll put it in second gear and head to the penalty box anyways. The penalty gave them favor last time. That's how they got their 6th goal of the game. Graydon Cornfield with the shorty. Made it a 6-4 ball game. Well, now it's 6-5, and the Rebels are on the power play. Fouillard and Wheaton again. Another righty strong look, but Spatafora loses it in the corner. Pass a little too hot down there. Carlson across the restraining line. Expect 4-0 guys out here. The Miners, they're not scared of anyone. Morris has to guard Graydon Cornfield. Not too many tougher offensive matchups than Graydon Cornfield, and Jacob Morris does a good job pushing him to the outside. Now it's Sam Dahlk. Grabs the Xbox controller, hits the spin cycle. Throws that one down low. McLeod has it. LaRiviere, right side. Cook, Kinnear off the bench. Pringle and Christensen as well while they're shorthanded. Kinnear with it. Strong season for him in Panther City in the National Lacrosse League. Christensen all alone out front, missed by a foot. Joe Fowler now dodges a hit from Jeff Pringle as he tastes the glass. Garang Barret 20 on the power play, but a 2-second differential. The shot clock in the power play time. Give and go, Wheaton's got it. Back for Barret. They're trying to hit Wong for that quick stick down low. The passing just hasn't been there yet early in the season. Fourth kill of the game for the Miners. And now it's Kinnear running it. Kinnear again, outside look. Trying to go short side high, missed McMillan and the net in total. They still only have 5 shots for the Miners this period. Might have to go back and rewatch that. I think they got a few more. But we'll let the officials handle that, not the broadcasters. Spatafora has to throw it in 4-wheel drive to get back to it in time. Quick stick for Ang from the outside. McLeod with the save. Spatafora's got the rebound. Thrown to the ground in the corner by Hawthorne. Ang now grabs it. Push to the outside, and he'll gladly hand it off to Greg Barret. Fouillard. Pass over for Ang. He'll get that one back as Hawthorne bobbles it. Ang still with it. 4 on the shot clock. Ang throws it off the logo. I think they thought they might have got a reset on that one. Ref didn't agree nonetheless. Bergloff with Kinnear. Graydon Cornfield now. Sky ball for Christensen. He climbs the ladder and comes down with it. Kinnear. Cornfield's on the side, send picks wide open right down the middle. Kinnear stopped by McMillan. Now he throws it away. Here's Spencer Milne in transition. Cornfield on his backhand, stripped of the ball. Krywalt in transition. Dewart was cutting towards the crease. Garrett Olski's got one this evening. For Dewart now. He wants to test his luck. Puts it right in the big shoulder pads of Cam McLeod, and now Bergloff with Christensen transition. Christensen fake scores. Far side fake, near side tuck, and the Miners restore their 2-goal lead. Cam McLeod gets a little bit of work done. I think there was some extra tape put on as well with 5:11 to go in the middle frame. We're back underway. Kim with the face-off win. Sends it over to Cook. Misses the pass. Here's Murphy. Scored in transition earlier. Got to get the O guys out on the floor. The passing just hasn't been there right now. And Fouillard, predictable pass. McLeod, I knew it was coming a minute ago. Burak down the wall. Witka keeps him there. Pringle for Christensen. Christensen now. Short side, McMillan steps to his right calmly and stops him. Now it's Spatafor, wrong side of the road. Waiting over to Ang. Ang, he's got Dewart down the middle. Taking an absolute beating, trying to avoid the crease. Won't be able to do so. Dewart now takes an elbow to the chops from Jason Riley right in front of the refs. Chooses not to call it. Christensen for Cook. Back for Bergloff. Cook now. Over to Kinnear. Short side kick to the corner. Takahara wants to run with it. Out in front was Fouillard. Again, another turnover by the Rebels in transition. Pringle for Bergloff. Here's Cook. High-to-high shot goes over the net. Cornfield now towards the goal is Morris. Down on the ground there, might have taken a shot up high. They're going to keep it as Miners' possession. They'll get an extra D guy out there. The Miners will get a little bit of a rest. Kinnear with Cornfield stirring havoc out front. Quick stick attempt, strike one. Krywalt now on him. Dalks on Christensen. Cornfield tossed to the ground. Kinnear's shot got tipped wide. Now Dahl takes a high hit from Pringle. Didn't have the ball. That's an obvious call. Another Miners penalty here. Some undisciplined play. Lucky it hasn't cost him because Cam McLeod's been great between the pipes. Same power play setup they've used all game. 3 righties, Spadafora, Ang, and Beret. Fouillard and Wheaton are going to be your lefties. Ang's pass now. Fouillard climbs the ladder to pull down with it. Couple of fakes. Now it's Greg Beret back for Wheaton. Quick stick. Not sure if that was McLeod or the side of the net. Something got a piece of it. But Jordan Wheaton finally connects on a quick stick here. That's the look they've been going for all power play. Now out in front, Fouillard botches it. Gillespie's in transition. He's got Williamson with him. Greg Beret's the lone one back. Gillespie got stopped, and here goes Joe Fowler. They don't exactly have numbers, but now they got a couple of tired penalty killers out there. Gillespie and Williamson tried to run the floor. Didn't come up successful. Greg Beret's shot goes wide. McMillan's going to have to throw it up the floor quick. They got 6 seconds here. Beret wants to run it himself. Steps into it. McLeod drops into a hockey-style butterfly and absorbs it all. Milne into Fort Saskatchewan territory, stripped by Logan Noyan. .30 on the power play. Dean Wojciechowski walks it to the bench. Jordan Wheaton's there. Wheaton for Nolski. Now they'll put Greg Beret down low in this power play too. Look, Nolski for Wong. Sub shot, scores. Low to low, and Wong cuts the lead in half on the power play. Grab that ball. That's his first in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. With 42 seconds left to go in period number 2, it's Ethan Wong with his first as a senior Rebel. Makes it a 7-6 game for the Miners. Cornfield's on the floor. Remember, they scored with 3 seconds left to go in the opening frame. We'll see what they can do now. Hard pick by Pringle on Krywald. Bouncing around, Takahara boots it before he can get control. They want to get a timeout called, but they've already kicked it down to the corner. They've killed some time off the clock as well. I'm not sure if they were down to 14 or not. Nonetheless, I would assume they go 6-on-5 as they will draw up a play. Guess we'll take this time to let you know this is 12-ounce sports broadcast. I'm Cody James, and on the call, you can follow me on Twitter at JanerOnPXP. And don't forget, sportsinteraction.com/Rebels, the #1 sportsbook in Canada where you can bet on sports. Type in sportsinteraction.com/Rebels. Get a first deposit match bonus of up to $500 on Sports Interaction. Six-on-5 is what Coach Jeff Wright decides. Greg Beret will be the ball handler. To no one's surprise, Jordan Dewart getting abused in front of the goal already. Here's Zhang, 6 to shoot. Jordan Wheaton's out of the corner. Low side bouncer, McLeod's got it. It's on the ground and with 2 seconds left. Don't think they're going to punch it forward as Brent LaRiviere on defense holds on to it. And that will do it after 40 minutes of play in the JRC. The Miners, they're up 7-6 on the Rebels. We'll come back with third period action on 12-ounce sports. Welcome back inside the Jubilee Recreation Center. Cody Jameson with you on 12-Ounce Sports Wednesday night in the Alberta Series Lacrosse, 9:58 local time. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are watching from on 12-Ounce Sports this evening. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Jander on PXP as well for all the latest on the Alberta lacrosse world. And don't forget, you can support these live free broadcasts. I'll quote on free again. SportsInteraction.com/Rebels is where you sign up for the best sportsbook in Canada. SportsInteraction.com/Rebels as we get you set for the third period face-off presented by SportsInteraction.com. Get a first deposit match bonus of up to $500 on SportsInteraction.com/Rebels. It's coming down to the wire. The absolute wire here in Fort Saskatchewan. Looks like they got to get the gate closed before we get started. Now they're ready to get underway here. 7-6. The Miners lead. It's the SportsInteraction.com/Rebels face-off. And here we go. Kim right down the pipe. Stopped by McMillan early. Perfect chance off the face-off. And here he goes again. 2 for 2. John McMillan's got Matt Kim's number to start the third period. Rebels had 13 shots on goal, at least 13 recorded shots on goal. The Miners with only 10 they're chalked up for. 4 goals on 10 shots is what the official stats will say. I'll let you count them yourself if you want to watch it back. Cook for Kinnear, Graydon Cornfield, 4-goal game for 44. He's to the middle now. Cornfield, wrong side of the road, shot goes over the net. Up top, Takahara can't come down with it. 7 on the shot clock. Kinnear backhands it in. As Graydon Cornfield now taken out, him and John McMillan. Couple of words. I don't think McMillan meant for anything too vicious on the Miners' assistant captain. Here's Marcus Folliard. Tries to go 1-on-2. Hawthorne pushes him to the outside. Ball's on the ground. Milne picks it up. Kinnear now has Bergloff and Christensen come off the bench as the 4th and 5th O guys. Christensen left side, Kinnear's there as well. Shot got blocked by Matt Murphy as Pringle tried to put one through him. Here's Christensen, low shot, scores. Matthew Christensen has his second of the game as he beats John McMillan, and the lead's 8-6. Spadafora back on the draw, and Kim's got another win in transition. What a look right there for Jason Riley. Swung at it like it was a fastball. Strike 1 with the quick stick. Dewart's right side, 22 on the shot clock. Marcus Folliard's off the bench. No shots yet this period for the Rebels. Pass right out in front as Nolsky gets buried from behind into the crease. Now Nolsky there trying to cause a little bit of havoc. Turnover forced by the Miners, and they'll look to extend their 2-goal lead here. Pringle for Cook. Bergloff up top. Saskatchewan rush draft pick. Cornfield now has to put it on the ground after a hard pick. Ethan Wong on the power play late in the second period and his first senior goal. Brought the Rebels within 1 at the time. Dewart for Bure now. He'll step back, pedal, 5-hole, scores! Greg Bure lets it fly between the wickets. It's a one-goal game again. He caught Cam McLeod guessing, and he stuck it right between the legs. Greg Beret has his second of the season. None bigger than this one so far. It's an 8-7 ball game now with 16:36 to go in period number 3. Graydon Cornfield now. Pass over to Christensen. Lets it fly, but it's high and wide. McLeod now tries to dump it down with 1 second, but Wong cuts it off at the restraining line. Full yard for Nolski. His pass up top for Wheaton. Got a piece of it, and then he has to pick up the rest off the boards. Greg Beret, 5-hole again, and it rolls across the line just wide of the post. Greg Beret with another beautiful look. Got it past McLeod, and it just rolls wide. Now it's Takahara on Pringle. The battle ensues there. The couple of undersized players. Morris, great defensive effort. Turns it up the floor, and with the Jets, he'll hand it off. Murphy wants to stay and play a bit. Deworth in the corner. Fouillard's down the middle. Marcus Fouillard, couple of fakes, and he scores! The former Tier 1 MVP, Marcus Fouillard, puts Cam McLeod in a blender, tucks it over his shoulder, and we're tied at 8. Bang, bang, 2 goals in less than 90 seconds. Have the Rebels knotted up with their partners across the floor, the Miners, in an unfamiliar position. Tied at 8 inside the JRC. Now it's Cornfield out front, and that's what your veterans will do for you. Graydon Cornfield's got 5, and it's 9-8. Graydon Cornfield, a little bit too much room for him. Walks out in front, puts one past John McMillan, and the Miners regain their lead quickly after Marcus Fouillard tied it up at 8. Here's Bergloff, back for Cornfield again, and Graydon Cornfield runs over John McMillan. The ref's going to call a hold on Pringle. Didn't look at all like Graydon Cornfield got pushed into John McMillan there. Lucky they're not having to kill a 5-on-3 here. But a penalty is called. Pringle's going to go to the sin bin. Rebels power play 2 for 5 in this game. Miners are 2 for 4 across the end. Deworth with Nolski. Back for Nolski. Across the floor. Here's Wheaton. Fires and scores! Jordan Wheaton on the power play. And we're tied at 9. Clutch seems like a fitting word to describe Jordan Wheaton right now on the power play. He bounces one far side past Cam McLeod. And we're tied at 9 apiece here inside the JRC. Cook now. Far side, whips it wide. Cornfield's got the rebound, 4 to shoot. Outside look, McMillan with the save, and he corrals the rebound too. Fouillard for Spadafora. Greg Beret now right out in front. Beret's got some room. Far side robbed by McLeod. Now in transition, Fodchuk wants to run it himself. Misses the net by a couple of feet though. LaRiviere, tip drill over top of him. Beret's in there like a dirty shirt to scoop it up. Beret's up top now. Cut move around Milne. Ball ends up on the floor. Ang's right there. Jordan Wheaton now. He's on hat-trick watch. He's feeling it, but that one got tipped over the goal. Kinnear up top. D-Word's got to change. Krybel, the last man out the D-gate. Cornfield now for Bergloff. Pass got tipped. Sam Dalk now punches it to the outside. Christensen's there. 5 to shoot. Noyen's on him. Bouncer goes wide. And the Rebels will have a fresh 30 to play with here with 12:21 left to go in period number 3. Nolski now for Wong. A little bit of a floater has Beret, and he's taken to the ground. Greg Beret gets up, taking some abuse. Still has it somehow. Greg Beret is Nolski now, throws Gillespie to the concrete. Prison rules out here in the third period. Burak's out the O-gate. Kinnear. High dish, knocked down Takahara. Has Morris running up the floor. Takahara's gonna blaze through there. Burning rubber as he goes. They'll wait it out. Jordan Dewart, the former junior B captain. Getting a few extra looks on offense as it's Ang up top. Hits the shoulder pads of McLeod. Ball's on the ground. LaRiviere has it. Takes a hit from Fouillard. Wheaton's on him as well. Can't force the steal as Carlson has to send one up high. Sharon for Kinnear. Back for Cornfield. Stripped to the ball. Cornfield now, quick stick, got stopped by McMillan. He had to put it in cruise control going right to left there, covering some highway miles. Ethan Wong. Spatafora's up top, 12 on the shot clock, 10:16 left to go. Spatafora's pass got knocked down though. Fouillard chasing, Milne grabs it. Spent some time playing D3 lacrosse down in the States. Spencer Milne, also a Panther City signee last offseason in the NLL. Didn't make it to the regular season, but hey, still young. A lot of potential there to the big D-man. Christensen up top. Bounces it on goal. McMillan, good positioning, doesn't give him anything. D-Word now, they'll walk it down to 12 on the shot clock. Spatafora's got to go quick. Ang for Wong. Pushed outside. Wong now out front. Whips it wide. Deward's getting into it. I think both of them are going to go as Mac Hawthorne and Jordan Deward have some words. Gloves stay cemented on, so they'll just sit off for a couple minutes each. Refs decide it's Rebels possession. So they'll get the first 4-on-4 look of period number 3. Garen Nolsky left side. He's got Greg Beret with him. Nolsky feeds for Fouliard. Backspin, outside lane, 5-hole attempt. Sounded like it hit iron. Greg Beret now. Bouncer far side kicked out by McLeod. Cam McLeod's been a difference maker here for the Miners. They've seen their fair share of goaltenders, but normally when it comes down to the dance, they've got Aaron Bold somehow, some way. Bergloff. Christensen's on the left-hand side. Cook is with them. Graydon Cornfield out there to no one's surprise. Christensen behind the back dish. John McMillan intercepts. He's got Krywald. Nick Krywald's got a break all alone. Nick Krywald all alone. McLeod, and he's stopped. Cam McLeod with his biggest save of the game on Nick Krywald in transition. And we'll stay tied at 9. Graydon Cornfield now. Wanted that backhand dish, spins and scores. Graydon Cornfield's got the sock trick, and the Miners have 10. .7:45 left to go in period number 3, and the Miners have a 1-goal lead thanks to Graydon Cornfield. Right now, single-handedly salvaging a chance at a win for the Miners. Cook towards the goal. McMillan got a piece of it. Cornfield's there. He's got the Takahara matchup. Morris as well. Morris is going to have to keep him to the outside. Cornfield now cuts out in front, and he's robbed by McMillan. Joe Fowler. They've got the double team on him with Matt Murphy working down low. Jordan Deward's out of the box, as is Mac Hawthorne. Berglock. They'll give him 20 on the shot clock. Pringle takes the Hente and he circles back. Graydon Cornfield now. Short side, he's feeling it, but this one goes wide. Back shot got knocked down by Fowler. Pardon me, that's Murphy. And now Kinnear with it, rolls it back for Pringle. Rebels a little dysfunctional right now, coming out the back gate. Giving the Miners opportunities to pull away. Pringle, the righty up, Kinnear. Tees that one up and it gets blocked. Chris Sherbanek eating one like a warrior. Kinnear fires again and it's blocked. Corey Takahara this time. The defense taking welts for a chance at a tie ball game. Here goes Wong. Right side hits the brakes. Back to Wong towards the middle. Ethan Wong's out in front. McLeod with that right arm, he squeezes it in. That's the speed the Rebels need to play at if they want to give defenses problems in senior. Tough to sustain for 60 minutes. But if you want to get those grade A looks like Wong just had, you got to use your boots a little bit. Here's Cornfield now towards the net. Pushed into McMillan again. Looks like he'll be up and fine. But Cornfield does drive into the crease there, so it'll be Rebels possession. Greg Beray's got Ang playing the bottom righty position. Here's Fouillard, cycles up top. Backdoor pass, Bray somehow catches it. Whips it wide. Dewart with 10 for Bray. Back to Wheaton. Bouncer, and it's wide of the goal. Wheaton takes a hard hit. Beray's shot gets through and on target. Fouillard finds the rebound somehow, the extra effort. Wheaton's up and at her again. Hawthorne spun off by Dewart. Greg Beret to Ang. Dewart pass. Beret's quick stick goes wide. Jordan Wheaton now ends up with Ang out in the slot. He fires a wide one. Wide of the goal, and they'll take a pause as they'll wipe the floor. And we'll step aside with 4:20 to go in period number 3. It's Cody Jansen with you on 12-Ounce Sports. Miners lead by 1. 4:15 to go in period number 3. It's Alberta Series Lacrosse on 12-Ounce Sports. Here's Burak on offense for the Miners. Ball got stripped off by Krywoldt, and here goes Takahara in transition. Maybe a little inside out. Takahara's got a stick around his head. Fake, and he's stopped by McLeod. Nolsky following up nicely. Gets the rebound. Hail Mary back towards his zone, and Greg Beret's got it. Now a quick stick attempt for Wong goes wide. That's going to bounce high, and it finds the netting. Great look down low for Ethan Wong, who's had multiple chances in period number 3. Unable to capitalize on that one, though. Kinnear walks with it. Dahlk knocks him down to the concrete. Booted back by Wojciechowski. Kinnear still with it. Here's Cornfield. Has McMillan move it around a little bit, but the shot misses his melon. Cam McLeod wisely dumps it down 150 feet. An area you can beat Mike Smith from, apparently. 3 minutes left to go in the final frame inside the JRC. Here's Greg Beret towards the middle. Fouillard back for Ang. Down low. Beret goes behind the back between the legs, and Cam McLeod's tested one more time. Miners will set it up off Graydon Cornfield's stick. Right half wall. Bergloff, plenty of room. Moves to his right, got saved, and Graydon Cornfield scoops the rebound, but he goes through the crease. And now he jumps on Logan Nguyen. That'll be a call against Cornfield. Right in front of the refs, obvious intent with that one, and Graydon Cornfield's going to the sin bin. 2 for roughing's the call with 2:21 left to go. Rebels want to wipe the floor. I'd say I wonder why, but I think they're wanting to kill a little bit of time here and allow their O guys to catch their breath one more time. But Crywolt's out there doing a good job. Power play look again for the Rebels. 3 for 7. This evening, it's a Wednesday night home opener in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. Jordan Dewart. He'll run it from the top. Wheaton and Wong are on the right. Beret and Nolsky are on the left. Jordan Dewart now. Knocked free. Wong's got it. Pass up top intended for Nolsky, but he was running the other way. Dewart, 12 to go. They got to go quick. Nolsky has it. Pass intended for Wong. 7 to shoot. Down to Wheaton. Dewart's up top. Fires and it's blocked. Wong's got it. 2 to shoot. McLeod comes out to challenge and gets it with the left shoulder. Dewart hustles back. He's got it as Jason Williamson stumbles off the floor. Jordan Wheaton behind the net, tries to lay the body. Beret's on the forecheck as well. LaRiviere over to Milne. Miners can kill 20 seconds here if they want. Ball comes free. Morris is going to have to pick it up, and he will. The traveling Laxman up the floor. 75 seconds to go here, period number 3. Greg Beret will settle it down. Right up the middle. Takes the shot himself, and it's wide. Bouncing all the way back to Fort Saskatchewan territory. McMillan's going to have to whip it up the floor. 7 to work with. Fouillard has it. Marcus Fouillard back for Spatafor. Short side scores! Pound your chest, Fort Saskatchewan. Matt Spatafor has tied it up at 10, baby. Matt Spatafora on the power play. Clutch doesn't begin to describe it, but the kids tied it up at 10 with 49 seconds left. Now Crywolt's got it, and the Rebels are going to get a timeout with 45 seconds to go. Down the wire we go with the JRC. We're back with the finish. Don't forget, Rebels Lacrosse all season long is brought to you by sportsinteraction.com/Rebels. Bet on sports in Canada at sportsinteraction.com/Rebels and support free lacrosse broadcasts across our province in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. Next home game for the Rebels will be June 1st when they take on the Beaumont Outlaws right here at the JRC. 8:30 start time. 6-on-5. The Rebels are going for the win. Jeff Wright says all our eggs are in one basket. Let's play offense. Marcus Fouillard now. Give and go with Jordan Wheaton on the right-hand side. Angs up top. Back for Wheaton out in front. Fouillard, and he takes a cross-check off the jibs. Marcus Fouillard is going to draw one. And Fort Saskatchewan's going to the power play with 25 seconds left as Matt Kim takes a selfish penalty late. Fort Saskatchewan doesn't have their timeout, but they're getting a wipe on the floor, so they'll get a chance to draw something up. Nathaniel Gillespie's going to run in and join the conversation that the Rebels might be having. 25 seconds left. Rebels on the power play, tied at 10. What a home opener here in Fort Saskatchewan. Ang's got it. We'll see if they wait all the way till the end or what they try draw up. Here's Fulliard behind the net for Wheaton. Back to Fulliard. Backdoor quick stick. Ang's got it and it's behind McLeod, but he sits on it. Now the Miners with it are going to get a timeout with 6 seconds left. They get a chance to draw up a play here. They stopped the clock a little early. Maybe they are going to add something back onto it. 10-10's the score, 6.6 seconds left to go here at the JRC. We'll let them drop a play and we'll come back with the finish. Rebels Lacrosse all season long is brought to you by sportsinteraction.com/rebels. Go support free lacrosse broadcasts in our province by signing up to bet on sports in Canada at sportsinteraction.com/rebels. So the Miners are going to keep their goalie in for